Um, Somebody asked a question, and I would like to respond with a teaching. I got cousin Makia. Well, good. And the question is about ordination. Good. I will not be able to read through, but as we proceed, you will understand. I want to do this so that people online can also be blessed. It's our normal Covenant Night program every Wednesday, and it's a blessing that you are here, Apostle. And he's a prophet. Yes, thank God for your lives and commitment to ministry. So let's delve into what we have to talk about. So the question you ask, the truth remains that you can't measure a man's spiritual capacity by the ordination of men. It is a mistake, because it's not about who ordained you, it's about the anointing that you carry. Yes. In the line of ministry, there are no two people that carry the same anointing. They might be in the same office, but the anointing differs. They told you that you have the spiritual gifts of healing, spiritual gifts to make men, the kingmaker's anointing, spiritual gift of solution to bring answers, spiritual gift of prophecy, vision, command. That's what the Igbos call it. Do as I say. All of them are in the same category. And do as I say is not evil. It is a spiritual design. You've met with people that tell you things. Don't do this. That if you do this, that this will happen. The moment you do that thing, maybe out of negligence or you forgot, that thing they told you happens. It is inborn. We call it follow come in Nigeria. I don't know what you people call it over there in your country. And that is one of the attributes that you should have as a prophet. And bear it in mind that no spirit creates any gifting. They only do business transactions in the realms of the spirit, and they exchange from other people when they are coming into life. And this kind of giftings, if you're lucky enough to come into this life with it, after all the transactions that happen in the realms of the spirit, I taught you about that in one of my videos in one of my other page. The journey coming from the place of creating of spirits and becoming flesh. I taught you about the transactions that happen on the way. How stars and the fluid that run in your vein are the currencies of the realms of the spirit. I don't want to use some certain terms because of Facebook. This message, I wanted to also go far. Now, these two are the currencies in the realms of the spirit. Here on earth, we use money. But I told you how on your journey of 9 months coming here, spirits come in to negotiate with you. Let's say you're coming into earth and God in the original design gives you 2 or 3 star beauty and 1 star finances. And you get to a point, the spirits that do transactions in the realms of the spirit, that's what the Igbos call it, they will come to you for negotiations, telling you that the earth where you are going to, that the currency there is money. And that money, you have only 1 financial star. Sell to us 1 beauty star, and we will give you 2 financial stars. Maybe what God designed you for is that your 3-star beauty will attract you a man that has all the wealth you need. And then when you give up 1 of those stars, you might just be beautiful, but you will not be able to attract that very particular person that is meant for you. But look at you, now you have 3-star finances, you have all the money, you're working in the biggest firms in the world, you have all the money, you travel everywhere, but you don't have the capacity to attract the man that will stay with you because it has been what? Taken away. One reason you see most single ladies, rich, have everything, but their desire is the man that they will call my husband. The words you speak, nothing is backing them up anymore. They don't understand that the moment you sell the star, you've given up the spirit that is behind that star. Now, these merchants in the realms of the spirit, they come into earth with those things that they got from people. They still invested maybe in trees, in grasses, in herbs, in gold, mineral resources and all those kind of things. They have their own investments there. And as it's being used here on earth, there's a glory returning to them. And people that have paid the price to get to some certain levels in the realms of the spiritual, they will call them and tell them, this is what these herbs do. This is what this one does. This is what this one does. And they bring those things together. And the people that come in here without those things, that wants to buy, that wants to have, maybe somebody goes to somewhere and say they want to start seeing prophecy and visions. They bring this one, bring this one, bring this one, bring this one together. The person takes it and all of a sudden, voila, you're seeing visions, you're prophesying. The problem with this kind of people is that there is no solution to what they do. Yes, but Odi, we have it, new one. Yes. So all these transactions happen and you're lucky enough to come into earth having this gifting of command, do as I say, prophecy and all that. You still have them intact. Now there is a part of God that David revealed. He said, unto you that answer prayers shall all men be drawn. Let's bring it to the realm of men. Unto you that bring solutions shall all men be drawn. Yes. You are drawn to me now because there is something that I am offering that you need. If I'm not offering you anything, there is nothing you're doing here with me. Now, there are dimensions that are ahead that if I don't attain, a lot of you will not know me in the nearest future. God has designed a being in his image, and the inspiration of him, the Almighty, giveth that image the understanding. And spirits will come to help that image carry out assignments, be relevant, and fulfill purpose of creating that image. So the source that you need is supposed to be connected directly to the Almighty. Men will lead you. They that know should teach. Let the lesser be blessed by the greater. But basing your productivity and performance on the doctrines and outlines of men simply because you submit under them, that's what has led to many mistakes that people are making today in ministry. Because a lot of them fail to attain some certain heights because of who they follow. And you see a lot of eyes are shut. They can't even see far. What they see is that so long as there is crowd and there is money, they are fulfilled, without knowing that they're not making any impact in the realms of the spirit. What is the design that you came into earth with? Everybody have their own. It is not a bad thing for you to go to somebody for ordination, oil on me and all that. But don't ever think that without this person or without somebody doing that you can't be activated. Life na per head, every aboki carry their own kettle. Where all of them they go? Mosque. Don't you know that many people have cut their destiny in ministry short simply because of who they follow? There are some certain things that the Spirit will give you as a revelation and you can't be able to preach it. You know why? The umbrella you are under, the ministry you are under, don't like those kind of things. You can't preach this kind of thing here. They will summon you immediately from headquarters if you I hope you are aware that who introduces you determines what you get. Yes. There are people that come to my music company, Diamond City. They have great talents, singing capacity, and all that. I might be moved to do one or two things extra than what they paid for. But because of the person that brought them, my hands are tied to do some certain things. And some people are troublesome. You're trying to help a destiny, but the other person will not see it. They see it as if you are trying to take their person from them. That's how it is spiritually, that the person introducing you into ministry and all that, because of who they are, you carry a part of their spirit. You carry something about them that you might not even know. And those things are what the spirits will see and either favor you or stay away from you. So be careful what you're seeking for when you say ordination. A saga is going on online now. Who ordained who? How this person came into ministry. This one say he's my father. This one say I am not his father. All those kind of things. What they don't understand is that one person can go under 3 people for ordination, and the effectuals they see as the years pass by. They can see that the anointing that you are working with is not something that can carry them far to where they want to go to. And they see somebody that is doing that thing, they will go to the person and say, let me tap from what you have. Earlier before now, kings are anointed to succeed kings, and prophets are anointed to succeed prophets, according to the leading of the divine. And in those times, the person must be chosen. You don't just get anybody and just anoint them. But in this generation, everything that you see is just going zigzag. Ordination is one thing that you need to be very careful when you are doing, because it's like a stamping. Leave this one the way he is. I have chosen him and taken him to do what? To serve. So everything that person comes with, maybe dirtiness, filthiness, fornication, adultery, all that, you've ordained that person. You've put an anointing, a seal. Most of those things, it is now left for this person to be able to work on themselves if they choose to deal with most of those things, because anointing enhances what the person has inside. If I am a fornicator and an anointing comes upon me, I am ordained into ministry. What I am carrying is those baggages into ministry. I will lay hands on people, and people that were not even thinking about fornication starts committing adultery. You see somebody that don't know how to steal before, because a pulpit robber has laid hands on them, the person begins to steal everything they see. Bring money everywhere. And you think they know what they are doing. They don't. It is an anointing that came upon them. So in this generation, it needs to be rechecked. Listen, ordination is good, but that doesn't mean that there are no other people that the hand of God comes upon and activates them on his own. Depending on what you have in the realms of the spirit, depending on the assignment you came here to do. This is one thing that this generation holds so much, and the bad ones are using it to put the lesser men under ministerial bondage. The slavery of godfatherism. How many of them that anoint you and you go out and you're doing better than them that will celebrate you? How many? What I am teaching you is something that many people have. I am not the only one that have the anointing to do this, but probably they don't have the means to do it yet. But the bad ones amongst this esoteric movement will want to use it to make money to themselves. Most of the young ministers of this generation have not even started thinking towards this realm where these esoteric movements are coming from. They don't want to pay the price to get there. You say you want to know more. You want to know more. If realms are opened to you, many of the things you know, you will be forced to unlearn them, and it will be very hard. God will break you, and you get to a point where you begin to understand that religion was a slavery that was brought to trap men. Just think above religion and tell me what you see. Yes. There are people that the hand of God came upon on their own to lay the standard of some certain things that will last for generations. Every one of you here know Elijah. When we mention the name Elijah, all you see is spirit. Yes. But if I ask you, Elijah the Tishbite, who anointed him? Who ordained Elijah to do the mighty things he did? In one of the encounters that I had that took me through one of the most dangerous places in the realms of the spirit, an angel went with me, but we got to a particular place. He said, call upon the spirit of Elijah, because it's the one that has the capacity to travel that road. But Elijah is not an angel. And later I was asking the Spirit of God, why does it have to be through Elijah that this portal can be opened? How powerful is this Elijah spirit? Everybody talks about him, but not everybody understands. And the Spirit of God said, I dip my hand under my throne, and amongst the 4 element creatures, one with the face of calf, one with the face of man, one with the face of an eagle, one with the face of a lion, and with the spiritual bestowment of the spirits of the seraphim, I formed Elijah and I sent him. Elijah is a standard in the realms of the spirit. You will keep hearing about him till the end of time. And people that are designed like that, you keep hearing their story till the end of time. It is not a must that they will be in the spiritual circle. They can be in other affairs and spheres of life. So who ordained him? Who anointed him? It's not these things that you do these days that you're putting people under ministerial slavery and you say you are ordaining them to go and serve you. And the moment you say you want to leave, what begins to work against you is the spirit behind that oil, that incident, that event. You knelt down, they declared the word, they poured the oil, they touched your head. You submitted under them and everything that they carry. And that very picture and that event is what the spirit behind their darkness will see when they are trying to operate against you. Because every great man that operates in the realms of the supernatural and spirituality operates with 2 dimensions, the light and the dark. So the spirit of the dark part of them that controls their anger, grief, fury, that will never want to see their tears, that picture is what they will see when you want to work against them, and they will deal with you mercilessly. It is not a must that somebody will have to lay hands on you or lay leg on you before you are activated. I am teaching you how to activate yourself from the inside. Are you getting it? Live the life that complements and aligns to where you are going to and what you are seeking in the realms of the spirit. Live a life of holiness and purity. It will align you with the supernatural before you start practicing audacity and authority and the exercise of power. Listen, it is the lifestyle you live that will align you in the realms of the spirit and bring your word in the ears of the spirit. And when they hear your voice, they recognize and say, yes, this one is one of us. When you see people that carry that kind, you don't even need anybody to tell you. It's not about their look, but about the design that they carry upon their spirit. I think it's everybody that can carry, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. You call yourself a spiritual person, maybe a prophet, or let's say you as an apostle, sleeping around, going into wherever you feel you want to go to, attracting and contacting all manner of spirits and eating from all kinds of pots. There are things you should abstain from and things you should not even eat if you want to go into some certain dimensions. We talk about clean and unclean animals. Some people will say all animals are clean because they don't have the spiritual understanding that is backing that thing. All they read is what they have in the book. But when they say do not eat this animal, what are the characteristics of that animal? That animal has a spirit behind it, not a soul, but a spirit. That the moment you are eating that animal, you are taking an image of that animal, what they represent in the realms of the spirit. You eat it and you take a formation of it, they become a part of you. But people may not understand it. I can't go deep into that. It's a teaching for another day. They will hear this one and they will not want it because everybody wants to eat everything. Most of the laws that God gave is not for the betterment of God or the heavenly realms. It is for the betterment of humans. As it is in heaven, let it be done here on earth. But they will not listen, and you're having all sorts of problems. Listen, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. This is for a certain level of people. For God to call you a prophet, and you think it's ordinary, you use your money to buy things that defile your spirit, you eat things that defile your spirit, and you think you can carry some dimensions of the supernatural. All of you are looking for where they will ordain you, but most of you have no spirits. The Spirit of God must find a base in your life before he begins to operate in you or with you, because purity is the first step of walking into the corridors of power. And at this point, authenticity and authority comes in to unite what you've created with your personality. They put it in your word, and your word carries power. This is where you activate some levels of spirits, command, do as I say, and all that. Prophecy and all that. Who will do it? It is spirits that will do it, not humans. Listen, nearly everything that governs the realms of the spirit, I have searched and I have seen that it requires purity. It requires what? Purity. Unless you want to embrace the other side, where what they take from you is things that will make you sin against God before you get what they are giving you. You pay with either your flesh, or they tell you to submit somebody else. Most times they go as far as telling you to agree, and they will cut your children's destiny short. They see amongst your children, this one has a high star, let's cut and do for you this and that. And some people will look at it and say, since they've gotten to this level, if I make this money, my children will not suffer, they will enjoy themselves. What destiny again are they looking for? You are forgetting that if you remove 1 from 10, it's no more complete. And let's say what they cut from that child is from 35 years till the end of his life. And this child we're talking about is 15 years. Now this child grows to 35 and the father is dead, and he begins to find life difficult. Doors are not open. Rejection, hatred and all that. Non-achievement. This is what they say they use somebody. Most of you, it is your own people that used you. They gave them options and they chose you. And look at you suffering for what you don't know. The children that succeeds them in this empire or business they build never does well in it. Go and ask. And that's why you see that empire crumble, because the whole thing goes back to where it came from. It is not the gift of God. They took the fast lane. Let me tell you this. If you have a strong man in your family, there are things you must do. Because these people, they know no boundaries. Whenever they have anything to do that will preserve their life and what they've built, they can go as far as taking anyone. So there are things you must do to conquer some certain things. Honor them. But that aside, building with the spirit of light requires a lot. There's something called the right path. And you grow your spirit man to a point where you can control what? Realms. The spirits that will carry out your word become attached to you. The process of growth is not easy. It takes time. So you need to make sure that you are doing everything possible, that your voice is recognized, and the spirits behind your existence, your element spirits and all that you are at peace with them in the line of your purpose. They are the ones that will carve your niche in the realms of the spirit and design you and decorate you physically. That everyone that sees you will see something special about you. Yes. Let's say as a beginner in ministry, you are called on the phone. People are already believing in you, and you have to pray for someone that is sick. After you pray and end the call, and it doesn't end there. As someone operating in this dimension now, this is where you are, but there are other levels, and you are trying to grow. You're still building spiritual contact. After that call, enter into your spirit man and call for a meeting to arrange and have agreement with the spirits that work with you about this person that just called you. Take time to do that. Elijah gave a prophecy, and after giving that prophecy, he knew that this will require a high level to come to pass. And he separated himself and buried his head between his knees and began to pull dimensions. in the realms of the spirit. If he doesn't have authority in the realms of the spirit, do you think he can pull these things, speak words and it comes to pass? You have to stand in the place of control. Maybe you don't know the spirits that walk with you, and your spiritual space is empty at this time. You're not aware of what is happening. Sit down and begin to talk with spirits. Your subconscious mind should be active. There needs to be a connection between your spirit and your subconsciousness. From the place of the Father down to wherever their rankings are around you. You talk to them. Make it a discussion with them. From the place of what? Authority and control. Undermost. You talk to them and say, this woman called and said she is sick. Her name is so and so. Yes, take that name. Go now. Contact the spirits of healing as we have prayed for her. Send them there. I am Ifeanyi Chukwuchinonso Maxwell Edochie. I am son of divinity operating with the ninth order of the Lord's excellency and power. And I want this healing to take place in the next 3 days. You see, you've made yourself known. They know the level where you are. Let's say you are growing. They will ask you, why do you want this to happen in the next 3 days? And this is the question that throws people off balance. What you need to tell them is that the glory may return to the Father, to the name of the Almighty, that all flesh will know that He is God of all flesh and Father of all spirits. That's the right path. But some people would divert to the left to take glory for themselves so that they will know we have capacity. So that they will know that things are happening here, that God is here. Nobody but God. When they try to accolade you and glorify you for some certain achievements, tell them it's God. Papa, your God is too much. You are the this and that of our time. Dodge it. Dodge it. As they are saying it, tell them it's God, so that they won't put you into a trap. The spirits are watching to know what your reaction will be, and your reaction counts in realms. This is for people that wants to grow. So the sickness you gave 3 days didn't go. Summon those spirits again. The message I sent you, what happened? Was it carried out? The more you are communicating like that, you're building a park already. And most of these things you are doing is to show yourself approved in the realms of the spirit. But issue most of you have is that you like showmanship. Once you can heal one headache, you want everybody to know that you have healing power. Little anointing you fetch, you feel you are more than everybody. You want to show yourself to men. Spirits will leave you to show yourself to men. By the time you do it for some time, you find out that the spiritual part of you is dead. You now run back to them. They give you the original price. How many angels do you have in your pack? You as an apostle, you as a prophet now, how many angels do you have in your pack? How many spirits walk with you? Are you familiar with them? Do you know them? How do you communicate? What do you even give to them? Or you don't know there are things you give to spirits? Study, apostle. The more you communicate with them, you see them from the thin air and thick echoes. You see them coming around you, taking formations around you. You now know who is on your left and who is on your right. You have discernment, vision, and design of prophecy. You begin to notice these things around you. Signs. Spirit can come and touch that flower over there, or shake this thing over here. You know where you kept this thing, but all of a sudden you see it move to here. Or you hear some certain sounds and all that. Most of you hear these signs and you don't know it is angels or spirits around you. The ability to discern that is the gift that comes with you into earth. You harness it and it works. But when you see some of these things, you feel it's demons. You know, say, build yourself and these spirits will come to you. You have a formation around you now. You know who came first and came second around you. so that when the angels of your calling comes in, they know where to put their foot upon and who to mount on when they come in to do anything. When you call angels, they need spirits of that assignment and the design for it to do what? To move. I don't know if this is making sense to you. We need to start going deeper into some certain things, because most of the times it pains me when I get to the comment section. They show me sometimes that see what somebody said, see what somebody said, after dispatching some high level and spiritual dimension wisdom, some people still come out and say, but how can we tap into this? It means your mind is still small. If you want to understand the message, listen over again, like 3 times. And do not listen just looking at the person's mouth. Listen, connecting to the person's spirit. Let your inner man connect to the realms and find yourself in that place where that person is operating from. I'm not here to do comedy with you online. Even when I do motivational speakings, you still find it spiritually helpful. Back to what I'm saying. To build an empire in the realms of the spirit is not easy. Before you know what, you get there. And these spirits will call on more. Because spirits like this, listen, anywhere they see a formation that suits them, a rightful one that, they are attracted to that place. Whether it is light or darkness. Likes attracts likes. It means wherever there is dead meat, check. There are vultures around. They come. The good ones will come, and the bad ones will also come to tell you that you need them for war. Baba, you need us for war. You need us to deal with some certain things. Call us into your park. Let's deal with some issue with them. You're looking at me. This is how I built it. Not with somebody's oil on my head. It is a personal journey you will go through. Take time to build your spiritual space. Even if it takes you years, no problem. Just make sure you're building. One day it will speak. When I talked about building spiritual contacts, many people didn't really understand it. It is with your mouth, the content of your heart, the lifestyle, and your standing in the realms of the spirit, what you know. That's where you begin from. For instance, you might be calling on the spirit to heal somebody. Heal. But what you need is the spirit that will energize you, that will level up your capacity. Maybe your voice is too low and your spirit is dry. They are starting you like a past my neighbor generator, and you want to start healing people. What you need at this point, that there may be force generated inside you. You turn to the Father. Lord, give me energy. Spirits around me, energize my voice. Spirits of my calling, energize my voice. And as you are growing, you will be receiving the signs that these things are settling around you. But most of you will neglect these things and face money and financial capacity thinking that is all. The moment there is breakthrough, everything is okay. You're making a mistake. Because at this point, you will just relax because breakthrough and money has come. And the enemy comes in and cuts life short. Because other part of you neglected them, you refuse to build. Some people want to do alpha and they will come in. Asisi Joes, that's the first thing a wise person will do. Do I have life? After this one now, somebody will come to the comment section and say, how can we tap? I don't know where you people are coming from and the kind of teachings you've been exposed to. Probably you've consumed a lot of things that are fallacy, and I find some certain things inside your brain. And you're forgetting that your brain is one channel to your spirit. Receive wisdom to understand some of these things, because they are not ordinary. Let's not make this section too long. Share this video to people. You don't know who you might be saving or helping in the matters of life. Yes, this one is a part of it, and I will continue. So just stay connected. we have some prayers to do with this time already. And whatever you've gotten from this, I know it has helped you a great deal. So use this one first. Go out there, be successful, and have a nice day.